looks good. Maybe. Oh dear. That's very far to the right. Alright. That sounds good. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Hello everyone. Paint by Nate here. Been a little bit since I painted, but I am back today. I'll just say thanks again to everyone for all the support, all the help, all the tips, all the comments. I really appreciate it, and I hope you all are doing well. Today, I'm not really sure exactly what I was going to paint. I kind of wanted to paint a little stream or a path or maybe some trees. So I've been neglecting the trees with all these palette knife paintings I've been doing. So we'll try and do that today. On the canvas here I've already put, it's a mixture of this oil, thin oil, green oil, and then we've got the titanium white. I'm using a mixture of all kinds of paints today, so some of them will be this Lefranc Bourgeois, and then the Sennelier Rive Gouache fine oil paints. Just trying to get rid of these so I can go back to my Bob Ross paints now that I have those. There's a lot of oil from these, so the oily ones are the Sennelier ones, you can tell. Let's see, colors, so sap green, I believe this is Van Dyke brown, burnt sienna, alizarin crimson, phthalo blue, titanium white, this is cad red light, Indian yellow, cad yellow hue, and then yellow ochre, which is about to drip off the bottom there. And then over here I have an absolutely gigantic roll of paper towels. In Europe you can buy these massive rolls of paper towels. I think you can get them in the US too, but I've never seen them. This is like a common size of paper towel to get here. It's very interesting. Not as good as the Bounty paper towels, but they work okay. I'm just going to wipe up this oil that's dripping before it makes a mess. That's one good part about this wooden canvas or wooden palette that it actually soaks in a good bit of the oil. So even if it is super oily paints, it'll drip into that first. And I'm actually going to do a sketch here before I get too far into this, because I don't want to just go in without a plan for this one. So let's try and figure out what we want. So I'm thinking some big clouds. The streaky ones, I've been enjoying those. And we can do like a tree line of some sort. Big trees up front. And down here there's like a smaller tree line. This is more towards the back though. And we'll do the same over here. Big tree line. Middle can have a stream or a path. I mean, honestly, we could do both. I think we have a stream that comes over this way, and he's up there like this. And out front, we can do a path that goes alongside it. That's doable. That's perfectly doable. Maybe it goes from this side too. And then all this again is just trees. Tree, 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 tree. Tree, tree, tree. Tree, 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 tree. Okay. There's my squiggly plan. Let's go ahead and get started. So I'm taking my 1-inch brush because I'm on a little canvas. I'm going to go into phthalo blue and some of this white that's there. Don't need too much because, again, I want all this to be covered up pretty much. We'll just throw this in the middle for some color. tap it like this so it gets evenly spread out on the brush. Otherwise you end up with these big chunks. We don't want big chunks. And try to make this as evenly blue as possible. I'll get lighter because I have that white on there. So I go down. Okay. Just blend out the sides a little bit. So there's our little streak of sky. We'll do some easy clouds. This is a little filbert brush. I just kind of moosh the paint in. I want a big roll at the end. So I pull it down and kind of push it in like a little shovel. Little shovel filbert brush here. This one got gloves in it. Oh, there we go. I don't know. I wanted to do streaky ones, but now I'm debating whether or not I want to do that. Maybe I'll just do these big puffy ones, because I like those. These ones are very nice. Big puffy clouds. They get lighter automatically. Because I got all that blue. Not as much white. Kind of twist the brush around, make it do random stuff. I don't like thinking about how this is actually going to look. I just want to shape. Picks up the blue and it gets lighter. Alright, now I can do this little jiggle. Blend out the bottoms. Don't touch the tops. Never touch the tops. Unless you want to, I mean you can. Don't matter too much. There you go. And then we do a little pull in the end. Makes it wispy. I like wispy clouds. There you go. There's a little cloud. I can do another one on the back, especially on this side. Maybe it would look a little nice with this second layer. And down at the bottom, it doesn't matter as much either. And it's fine to get the brown in there too. So it'll get covered up anyways. Do the same type of thing with the little circles. I'm going to pull up a little bit here. There we go. Some clouds like that. Not too bad. And I'll do one more over on this other side here. It's a little too straight here, so I'll make it pop out a little bit. Circles. And a little pull here. There we go. And I'll just blend the backs of it out so it's a little lighter there. Alright. I think that's pretty good for that background. I'm trying to think what I want to do next. I'll probably just put in my other tree line down here, the further back ones. I should put in some blue here first for this. just before I get too far into it. I want some blue. Wherever our river ends up being. Okay. Alright, let's add in some trees. These are going to be further back. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. So I want some blue, because they're far away. But I also want some green, maybe some brown, but probably more green. This sap green is also incredibly thick. It's so thick. It barely is functional. Alright, let's see what this looks like. Oh, that's pretty good. For faraway trees, this is pretty good. I'm just tapping with this 1-inch brush here. And it'll pick up light, so it'll get super light, which is fine. Come back around. These are going to be in the background, so I mean they really don't matter that much. I don't know what's knocking back there. That's a very annoying sound. Oh well. Okay. And then I'll just kind of pull up on the tops of these. Just so we have a color back there. And I'll take this lighter color, and I'll add just a little bit of ochre. Maybe a lot of ochre. I just want it to look a little bit like just a little bit darker color here. Not a darker color, I mean a different color, sorry, around the tops. So you come a little closer. But not all, I mean just in the center, because I'm going to cover up most of this with bigger, darker trees anyways. I think that's okay for the background. I'm going to want to blend this down just a smidgen. Just get it as close to the grass line as possible. Alright. I should start throwing in some dirt here. Dirt's kind of easy because it's just brown, and maybe some blue if you really want to make it dark. If I had midnight black, that would work, but I don't have any midnight black, so I'll start over here so it's a little darker. And I'll pick up white and I'll get a little lighter as I come over this way, hopefully. If not, I'll even have I'll at least have my white on there to dull it down a little tiny bit. Just so we have some texture here. Pull this down, a little bit of a reflection. A little tiny bit. Okay. And then I'll add in some more dark color. This will be, actually I could make a nice brown, a darker brown color here with, so I got this crimson. I'll do crimson sap green. This is a little bit darker than this Van Dyke brown that I have. Usually I use that Van Dyke brown, but it's not super dark, so I'll mix my own here. Crimson and green. Let's see how this looks over on the side, maybe up here. Well, that's not bad. Still kind of light. That's because I have a bunch of white paint there in the top corners. Kind of expected. Okay. Let's go in with this color. Sorry about that knocking sound too. Maybe I can do that. That's better. If I have my 2-inch brush, this will work a little bit nicer. All right, now I'm working over this way. I'm actually going to push up like kind of on the side. As we're going to be working into a better defined tree line here in the middle, or on the side. So kind of pushing up here. On the side, I want it to be really puffy, so. And some of these I want to be a little bit more round, so I'll push it up and then to the left and then to the right, and that makes them look a little bit more round, just like that. There, so that's pretty good. And back here, I'm gonna tap this out a little bit, kind of blend it up. Maybe that part gets a little bit more sun. There we go. And then some of these white spots, I don't want those either, so I'll try and cover those up. I mean, they're okay to have, but I don't particularly want them in this. Try and put in my base color as much as possible. All right. So I guess we can do kind of the same thing on the other side here. Still got this brown color, crimson and sap green. You gotta figure out where to start. I'll start right here. I guess that's fine. It's a little bit trickier because we don't have as much of a tree line in there. Or we didn't make the land first, so it's a little harder to tell where that should go, but I think this will do fine. Because we are, again, we're going to have this path in the middle here, so it's very easy to cover it up. I'm just kind of poking in. I hope you can see that. It's kind of hard with my hand in the way there. Hopefully it's okay. You can always mix up more of this color too. Very easy color to mix. Down here, I'm just going to kind of moosh it in. Okay. I'll try and get this last bit in. Here, used about all my brown color. I might actually put the palette down here and do this because I need a little bit of force. There you go. Just like that. Okay. For this part, I'm just going to take this Van Dyke brown and mix it in with the leftovers of this. And then I'm just going to start swooping this around. This is just the base color, so it's more of a guide than any actual shape. Because you can always undo this. It's very easy to undo this. You just add white or any other color will do. Alright. Well, you can see we kind of have our path here. It goes off into the distance. Next to the riverbank. Alright. Now I have to do my favorite thing. Just add in highlights. That's not my favorite. I have a lot of favorite things that you've watched me do. Many favorites. Not one in particular. But we do need to pick where we want the light to go. I'm thinking maybe around the edges here we'll have the brightest, and then over here this will be the very bright highlights, especially on the path. I think that'll make the most sense for this painting. Just trying to clean up this edge again. But now I'm starting to piddle. I don't want to piddle. No piddling. Brown all over my paint. Better on the hand than the pants. I'm just cleaning off my brush. I have two of them, but I really never use the one on my painting. Actually, I have three. Alright, let's do some highlights. Let's start with ochre. Let's see. Actually, I'll start with the yellow. We'll just go in strong. And I've got this green color on here already, so it's going to be dull. A little bit dull. And I don't have to add any thinner, like liquid white or any of that, because this is already very, very thin paint. So let's start on the edge. That's where we want that bright, very bright paint to be. On the edge of this, right out here as well, and then down there. And as we come down, I could actually use the fan brush because this is such a small area here, so I'm actually going to switch to the fan brush. I could do the whole thing with the 1 inch, but little tiny areas that you really want to focus on, just use the fan brush. That works nicely for this. And then I'll add in some back here. And I'm not pushing as hard because I don't want this to be as detailed back here. Maybe a little bit of detail, but not too much. This is mostly just dark colors back here, dull colors. There you go. All right. And these big ones back here, I'm going to switch to a yellow ochre. And some of that dull color. I don't want these to be as bright. This is just in the background. But they are trees, so they're going to have some shape, just not as bright. And this is really just shapes in the background. It doesn't have to be anything particular. I might actually, so this is like the middle. For some of these in the back, I might actually go ahead and add in a trunk here and there. Just so it has some shape, more shape to it. Just not too much going on. Oop, runaway fan brush there. So I got my filbert here. And I'll just scrape in one. little bit of a highlight on some of them. Just gotta be a little careful though. So I don't want it to stand up too much. See, that one's standing out too much. Same with those, because I added too much white. Well, that's easy to fix. Especially if you have too much white. Very easy to fix. You just wipe your paint off and go over it a couple times. Something like so. There you go. Now that's in there. Let's take our colors again. Same colors pretty much. And we'll go over the edges. Right around those branches pretty much. We just need something that looks like it's got some shape in there. Same as in here. There. Very dull in the back here. You can also scrape in some of these like this. Just here and there. Looks like there's something on the back. Okay. Now we'll do the other side over here. This one's going to be very bright. So. Get our bright colors. Yellow. Indian yellow and cat yellow, just kind of tap them a lot on both sides. Start up here, aim for the edge, and then we're going to press it. And I'm picking up paint here because in the back, very far back like this, it's going to be a little light. Too light. That's where all the light's coming. It's going to be very light colors back there. And here. You just kind of tap in where you want these trees to be. That's what I usually do. I'm not really it may seem like I'm hitting this at random, but I know where I want the main brushes to be, and the main bushes. So there's one here, there's one up here. If you want some in between, you just kind of tap, make it look a little, I don't know, like there's something else going on. And maybe I'll have another one up in here. And I tap both ways. Lighten this up, or darken this up too, if we want to add in another layer. Because it may look a little too bright here. Could also add in a cabin, but I don't know if I really want to do that or not. Maybe we can, I don't know. It is kind of early over there in the U.S., so most folks are probably not up yet. Otherwise, I'm sure people will be yelling at me to put in the cabin. For these branches, I usually aim for the darker areas. So like there's dark here, there's some dark here. I just try to connect those together. Same down here. Even up here a little bit. Okay. So now we got a little bit of a light up there. Let's try and lighten it up just a little bit more. I do need to do something about this river as well. I kind of forgot about it, but let's see what we want to do there. Fan brush, blue, some white. Very, very blue. So here I'm just mashing in the color first. There's a little bit of white and a little bit of brown already on there. So this is just more for shape. There we go. I'm sweeping it back and forth into the land a little bit. So it looks like it's kind of flooding up over. And then here and there I'm going to pull in just a little bit so it's a little more jagged. Okay. I'll cut in just a little bit of white and blue. It's a little not mixed very well together, which is fine. I'm just kind of tapping along the edge here. Same thing over on this right side. It kind of looks like it's running, like a running stream. If you want, I mean, we could add in a waterfall, but I feel like that's a little bit, that's a lot. Comes up here a little bit too. Just cutting back and forth. Pick up more blue, especially for this part down here. This looks like it's flooding out a little bit. All right. Now we got those two. Let's finish up this middle part here quite easy. Just take this is burnt sienna and some of this white here. I'll try and surgically grab that and mix it so it's a little, they say marbledy. I don't know what the exact terminology is for this, but where do we want to start? I'll start in the middle, which I know is probably not the best, but a little tricky to do this at this angle on this palette, but that's fine. Maybe I could grab it from this angle. That would help a little bit. There you go. That's actually way easier. Trying to grab from the left and pull up and to the right, kind of like a swooping motion. And then just a little bit of this darker color here and there. I think this is just sienna. So it's not all that grayish color. See, that's a little too much. If you get too much, just go over it. It's fine. There you go. There's our little path. This is a little too dark still for my liking, so I'll just go over it another time. There you go. Maybe I'll do something a little silly. I'll have a little fireball up here at the front. Which I know you're not supposed to do, but I just want to do it anyway. Do that, and then we'll touch up this edge here just a little bit. One more time with this edge. There we go. That was fun. So I don't know what to call this, but it's a nice little stream painting. Getting ready for spring, really, because it's about that time here in Estonia. All of our plants and trees are all starting to bud here. I know back in the US they have already started, they got strawberries growing and all my favorite springtime things. But here's just starting to bloom. Just starting. Okay. Alright. So there's this one. Whatever we want to call it, I don't quite know. I keep dropping this lid of my trash can. But let's pull this tape off and see how it looks. There you go. Not bad, not bad. I like that is one of the more satisfying parts of this, using the smaller canvases. Pull off the sides. That one took took a little bit longer than usual, so I might need to do the next one kind of quick. Let's grab a picture here for the Instagram, as they say. Okay. And now get my other canvas, which is not in the trash. Sitting over here next to the trash. There. I'm running out of space too. I actually got a good bit of space next to the wall here. I'm not going to use that quite yet. Okay, pull that. Put this up here so we don't splatter the paint onto the wall. That would be no good. Okay. Alright, I'll grab my oil thing here. Actually, I should probably clean up my palette first. It's a little messy. So let's do that. Scrape all this off. Does anybody remember when I used to have those like cut scenes in between when I was cleaning my brushes? That was fun. I don't remember why I stopped doing that. I think it's just because it was just easier to not. Nobody seemed to mind. Back when I had my computer stuck next to my cameras and all that. The goal of this one is just to use all the paint. That's the goal. Use the paint. So we'll take this oil here and add in the white. Throw it up on the canvas. There's my glob, it's moving already. This is how I make my fake magic white. Not as good as magic white, I'll be honest, or liquid white, whatever people call it. Thin white paint. Okay. Like a brown mountain. I haven't done one of those in a long time. Maybe that would be fun. I don't know. Nope. 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 Got a hair. Get out of here. Normally when I can see the streaks on the canvas, I will like scrape it off. But when you're using the canvas boards, it just soaks in anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, one thing I don't think I've done is palette knife sunset painting. I've done all these palette knife moons, so we can do that. Sunset painting with the palette knife. How do we normally do that? Start, where do we want the sunset to be? Over here. Just kind of smushing the yellow ochre color. This one will be very crucial to clean the palette knife. Actually, could do this a little bit a different way. Let's do it more out here. Something like that. And then really remove as much paint as I can. Where do I want the sun to go? It's probably right here. And we'll throw in Indian yellow around that. This is a very thick Indian yellow paint. I think there's even some red in there. Sun is. Just trying to pull around it, really. Something like the sun's going to be in here. This I'm just going to fill in with crimson. It's going to get really dark really quick. Really, really dark. Alright, watch. Watch as we do this. Very, very dark. Completely ruined. Very, very hard. I say that all the time. Very, very hard to ruin a painting. Just like it's very, very hard to ruin a day. Very hard. Blending out to the right. I don't know if you can tell that. What happens is if you come in from like here and you go in, then you end up with this like, at least with palette knife paintings, it ends up just making it all gross looking. But if you do it this way, it kind of mixes it together in a really cool way. Different colors mixed together. Just trying to fill in these gaps here. We don't want no gaps. No gaps. I keep saying my favorite thing, but this is how I blend out the canvas on the palette knife. Who's buzzing me? Ah. Just work stuff. Merge this together a little bit better. There we go. Now we can add in our actual sunset, just palette knife and white. And then we just mix it together. And I'll scrape off as much as I can because I don't really want a full sunset. I just want a shape of a sunset. And then here and there, I'll just add in some streaks of clouds, things that look like clouds. There. Very different. Very different type of painting. My lid of my trash can is falling off yet again. Just fine. Alright, let's throw in a mountain. These two colors, crimson and blue. Very strong blue color, but that's fine. We'll throw this in up here. Let's just make this a huge one. Huge mountain here. This kind of looks like a desert type thing, desert painting. Same over here. Like a waterfall. That's fine. These palette knife paintings are mostly just about being loose. You gotta be loose when you're doing them. And I'll just take bright red and green or brown. Some of that blue. In the middle here. And starting to think I shouldn't even let light painting probably not even necessary, if I'm being honest. Alright, now I'm just forming the mountains here. I'm not forming them, I'm like highlighting them so they have more texture. Throw this dark color down in here. There we go. Alright. More of this brown, red, brownish red mixture. Darker. There's some of that blue. There we go. Ooh, got a bunch on my finger. That's not good. But when you're dealing with these thick layers of paints, it's kind of easy to get it all over your hands. Just to be expected with it, really. I'm just kind of highlighting over top. I'm trying not to scrape. It's a little hard on this canvas, this type of canvas, but not impossible. There we go. And then out here on the edge, we'll do a mixture of everything. Very edge. Just highlighting here and there. The left side, I don't know if I want to highlight that, but we can take this green, sap green, mix in with this yellow color, make like a darkish green. I can probably go down here in the middle as a bit of a highlight of some sort. Doesn't have to be anything magical. It's just a palette knife painting, you know. Palette knife paintings are not super detailed usually. They don't have to be. That's probably good enough. Doesn't have to be super detailed. I kind of want to fix that. This area in here. A little too light. There we go. Just fix it a little bit. There's some light here. here, I don't know. Not a huge fan of what's going on in this top section right here. But that's easy to fix. There goes my lid again. Okay, I'll just scrape this up a little bit back here. There. Yeah, that's good enough. Nothing fancy, just a regular old palette knife painting. I'll do my little palette knife signature. Someone's calling me for some reason. Don't know why. Beep, 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 beep. Probably a bot, as it usually is these days. There we go. There. Signature done. I still don't like this much. There. Okay, now I'm done. Now I'm done. Officially done. Okay. Well, that one was interesting. Very fast, but that's always a bad thing. Oh no. I just got paint on the ceiling. Oh. And on my pants. Yeah. Well, hopefully people enjoyed that one. And the earlier one, a little bit of a different style, a different theme, I guess. So, thanks everybody for watching. Hope to see you again sometime soon. I'll be gone next week. So I'll be in the U.S., so I won't have my stuff here. But I'll try to be back the week after, so maybe in early May, or early April, sorry. Thanks again for watching. Happy painting.